What if the most rebellious thing you could do right now wasn't to protest or go off the grid? What if it was simply to feel? Two women pushing 60, done with pretending. One spent 17 years helping others heal through hypnosis, while quietly fighting her own battle with anxiety. The other brings the raw, unscripted energy of live theater to every conversation. Together, they're talking about things most people scroll right past. The narcissist empath trap, why men are disappearing into loneliness, and how trauma you thought you dealt with might still be living in your body. This is what Hippie Chicks Live is all about, and it is anything but what you think. Welcome to New Reality Awakening, where seekers become finders and stories become transformations. Each week we open the doorway to a new vibration, sharing wisdom, healing, and awakening from the visionaries of the New Reality TV platform. This is your gateway to raising your vibration and remembering who you truly are. This is where we remember that we are consciousness discovering itself. We are love awakening to love. We are New Reality Awakening. Hey there, welcome back to New Reality Awakening, the show where we go straight to the source. Each episode, we sit down with the creators behind New Reality TV to cut through the noise and get clear on three things: what they're putting out into the world, why it actually matters right now, and how it connects to the bigger shifts happening in human consciousness. Now, these are focused, no-fluff conversations, not origin myths, not guru speak, just real people doing meaningful work and the ideas behind it. So if you're curious about where consciousness, culture, and personal responsibility intersect, you, my friend, are in the right place. Today, I am thrilled to be accompanied not by one, but two of our content partners on New Reality TV. They are the creators and the hosts of the amazingly popular Hippie Chicks Live on the platform. Kat and Elle, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Well, thank you, Will. We're so excited to be here with you today.
Yes, we are. Hello, everybody. Thanks, Will.
So, guys, right off the bat, I need to ask a question about the show, because when someone comes to the platform for the first time and they see a show that's called Hippie Chicks, what are they in for? How can they know what to expect?
Well, they're in for a lot of fun, that's for sure. The whole premise of our show, if you don't mind if I take this one now, okay, is we're a couple of OG Gen Xers. OG meaning that we're the originals. So we're pushing 60, if not turning it this year, and we've been through a lot of soul earned wisdom, a lot of experiences that we have that we're bringing to the table, and we're candid about it. It's unscripted, it's live, it's interactive, it's global, and we're talking about everything that we've been through and how we've leapt through any kind of limitations, limiting beliefs, traumas that we've dealt with that people are going through right now, and how we successfully made it to the other side, and tips and tricks and little hacks on what to do when it's so crazy right now. So did I cover it? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, the hippie concept, very often we know from past years, hippies have gotten a bad rap, if you will. But we embrace the hippie concept because it is about freedom and raising our vibration, peace and love, and really sending light into the world. And that is the hippie part of that. So even if people don't identify so much as hippies or don't think that they do, they still are part of the hippie family.
Well, and because we were born during that era.
Exactly.
So, our first reality, new reality was during the hippie era, and that really it sunk in, and we're bringing it back because it's that kind of energy is needed right now.
bringing Hippie back. That's fantastic.
That's right.
And I will say, from watching your show, I know how incredibly vulnerable you guys are when you are on the show. You talk about things that are, I mean, a lot of times are known as taboo, or something that you wouldn't think someone would be quite as transparent about your own challenges as you
Right.
are. So what gives you the courage to talk about these things? Because you could be, what do they call it, canceled or seen as something, what gives you the
Right.
courage to move it forward anyway?
Oh, that's a
Speaking truth.
yeah.
That is it.
Authenticity,
Yes.
number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we feel about something? We examine that, and we examine what it looks like to convey that to the world.
Yeah.
And that is kind of how we practice going about life, if you will. Anyone who meets us in real life gets that same experience or very similar experience.
Right.
We simply dig deep into where we are. And because we've been through so many things and we've been transformed many times in this lifetime,
Oh, yeah.
we know we have a better sense of where we are now, and we feel more comfortable conveying that. And that's why it is easy for us to simply share it and not give it a second thought to say, oh, should I have said that? No, we're just being our authentic selves.
It's a place of from emotional maturity and a deep desire to impart that on the world, because as we've seen, as the internet, came online, if you will, we've noticed how big of a struggle it's been for people to communicate and communicate in a way that's actually helpful and beneficial. It's just been a lot of, how toddlers speak to each other, and so that's an emotional level as well. So we also want to be an example. How you could speak about such hard things and not get lost in it, not get sucked into the lower vibrations, the anger, the fear, the regret, all that stuff, because the world is getting saturated with that. And we know that new reality TV is here to raise frequencies, and we're here to help do that too.
And in being
Awesome.
that example, I think it's important to point out that we want to leave space for everyone to have their authentic experience and
Yes.
respect where they are coming from.
Exactly.
It may be different from how Elle thinks or how Kat thinks,
Right.
but we still want to, extend grace and leave space for everyone to be able to really embrace who they are.
We'll bridge the gap between any separations that's trying to be narrated today,
Right.
because we're not separated, right? We're not.
That's
We know
what they say, right? We're all one. And
That's
yet
right.
we're all having very personal, different experiences across the spectrum of experiences. And so the things that you are going through could potentially be mirrored in the lives of those that are watching the show. So I salute you for what you're doing.
Exactly.
Have you ever run across, 'cause I know the show is live and you get people commenting on your show and sending you high fives and all kind of stuff. Have you run across challenges that people from the audience bring to you that you just like, you should maybe not have brought that up?
No, we haven't. Actually, we got a cute little fan base. We absolutely adore them, and it's global, right? So we have somebody that watches us pretty regularly from a cute little town just south of London, and a gentleman that tunes in from Munich, Germany. And they
Nice.
just pop in and say hi and comment on whatever it is we're talking about, but nobody's throwing any kind of wrenches at us.
Right. Even though that shows, I haven't seen any.
Oh, residual comments in the
Yeah.
after fact. No,
Right.
because I think people. Well, hopefully we're bringing everything full circle within our 30 minutes. So talking about what the issue is and then what we've done to do it, and bring people to a better place, and they can get on with their evening feeling just a little bit better, a little happier.
Right.
Maybe just get a chuckle.
Right.
We are fun.
We're stupidly funny sometimes.
Yeah, I will vouch for that. And I know sometimes, Kat, you have your sister on who is who plays a handpan and all kinds of stuff. So I mean, it is a variety show.
It really is. She's an amazing artist. We actually had her and her friend Susan come on. They're both artists. They have a studio in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and she took us on a little tour of that, and got to see her amazing artwork. But yeah, I love it when she plays her handpan. She's very talented, she gives me a lot of credit for giving her first hand drum I was 6 or 7 years ago for a birthday present, and she's just dove into it. Now she's spending the big bucks on the big ones. So, because she's so passionate about it. That's her outlet, and she's dang good at it too.
Fantastic. Now, Elle, I know that you are an artist in another way.
Yes.
Here at the locally, you both. So full disclosure, you both are in the same city as I am, in Virginia. Yes. So we know each other from we've actually seen each other. We've actually hugged each other.
Yes.
So I know Elle. I know. Yeah, not at the same time, but separate occasions we've hugged. But Elle, I know that you are very active in the theater scene here in town. How do you make the connection between what you do in theater and what you're talking about here on the show?
Yeah, because we're live. I've done theater, I've done film, television. My love, my passion is really in the theater, and that is because it is live. Yeah. Right? You don't get any retakes. You don't get to edit. You can rehearse and rehearse and rehearse, but the performance, however many performances you have, that's what you have.
What you see is what you get.
Exactly. And that in itself, I'm drawn to. I've done podcasts before. I've hosted podcasts before, and they've all been like edited shows versus this where you 3, 2, 1, and you're on.
There it is.
And so I bring the experience of theater to what we do on the Hippie Chicks because I know what it's like to simply be live. Right. And the interesting thing, and I don't know, we probably have talked about this on the show. Kat and I met when we were performing at the same theater.
Right.
We're part of the same theater group. Yes. And that is how
I don't know that I knew that about you, Kat.
I wasn't sure if we had talked about that, but so the fact that we have been really performing together for years now, makes it even easier to be able to do this. The great thing is we get to be ourselves. We're not playing characters.
I don't have to be Catalina Capricorn,
right? And I don't have to be Fanny McSorley from an island far away.
So those are a little oddly specific. I'm just going to put it out there.
We were pirates on the Foggy Fox.
Yes.
Yeah. Beach town, you got to do the pirate thing. So
right.
That's the excitement.
Yeah.
That we enjoy.
Gotcha. Well, then on the flip side, Kat, I know you from our experiences, whether it's at, I think we met at the Edgar Cayce ARE.
Yeah.
Right. And then expanded out into other things. We've had you on the Skeptic Musicians a couple of times. Right. You are a hypnotherapist. Is that the right way to say that?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And so do you bring any of that to the show with you?
You're getting sleepy. I know.
I mean, I was wondering why my lids are getting heavy, but
You're getting sleepy. Where's my pendulum? Where's my pocket watch?
Right.
Yeah. What I bring to the show is sometimes I'll use examples of experiences that I've had with past clients. I mean, I don't talk about anybody specifically, obviously, but experience, like especially with, let's say, past life regression. Years and years and years ago, I had a client who had a fear of snakes, and we did a past life regression, and it was a really brutal experience. So I shared that whole scene, that brutal scene of her getting her head chopped off and what she went through. And it was crazy. And then when it was all said and done, she opened her eyes and her fear of snakes was completely gone. She was laughing at how she felt transformed. So that's the kind of stuff I'll bring to the show are my experiences of over the 17 years that I've been a hypnotherapist.
Wow. So I think we need to talk about my fear of not having chocolate.
Ooh, okay.
I had that same fear.
Right? How can you not?
Because the world would suck without chocolate, and it would suck without cheese too. So. These are just
I've never had those
facts, Will.
Yep. No, I get that. However, I don't think I've ever thought of having chocolate and cheese together. That might be interesting, but
actually, they do work together.
I do that sweet and savory. I do it a lot. Probably more than I should.
It does work.
I mean, I've I've had like pretzels in chocolate. I've had nuts in chocolate. So I get the savory, sweet thing, but cheese is a little specific. I don't know. Maybe it's a texture thing.
I don't know.
Know.
But just like a little chocolate here, a little cheese here. Yeah, just not, yeah.
Oh, it's just like a Reese's bar, which just mixes in your mouth kind of thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Very Taurus subject, Ron. We're in Taurus season, so it's appropriate.
It is.
Well, in all of your expertise, everything that you guys know, everything you've been talking about, have you seen a trend in terms of what people are talking about these days?
Yes. Actually, what Elle and I have been talking about for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and it is, oh, Lordy.
She just took her glasses off. It's getting serious.
Everyone. It's the whole, and I'm not, I don't like saying narcissist, just I don't want to throw it around like everybody's been throwing it around, but that's the whole narcissist empath dynamic. That's really coming to the forefront right now. And so many people are coming into their power or recognizing that they're in that dynamic and don't know how to get out of it, which I understand that because it took me a very long time to get out of my situation. That is a trend that's talking about right now. And then also like the male loneliness epidemic. And there's a reason behind that. And women are now standing up for themselves because we have our autonomy now. We don't have to be dependent on a male counterpart in order to survive. So it's shifted the balance very much so. So we like talking about that to include everybody because we don't want these poor guys to feel left out. They're just scrambling, going, I don't know what the heck to do now. Right. And then you get these women on TikTok on, chewing them up and everything. And okay, girl, I hear you. But yeah, it's not okay. So, united we stand, divided we fall. And that is the hill I'm on, and I will die on it. So, everybody needs to get together here. So,
and people have talked, and you hear a lot of trauma that is kind of woven or threaded through this, all of this discussion, because of things that we have lived through, because of things we've experienced. And I mean, we as a whole collective,
right,
humankind. We carry trauma in our bodies, and our bodies remember, right? Yeah. Our body keeps the score, you know?
Yes.
And it is, we try to find ways and help others find ways of alleviating that or moving through that for the better and healing that, if you will.
Amen. Yeah.
I love that. So I got to put you on the spot. Can you give us an example? What kind of, like right now, let's say I'm struggling. I'm feeling in my body. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm feeling it. What can I do to release some of this tension?
I can tell you what I do.
Yeah.
And so we talk about that a lot. The fact, listen, we're not medical professionals, but we've got life experience. I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder in 2007 and had been being medicated for that since that time. Mm-hmm. Very recently, in just the past few months, the past couple of years, I've weaned myself off of the medication. It's the only medication I take. I'm very thankful at my age that I don't have to take medicine for anything. I'm generally healthy. And I wanted my body to start to heal on its own and recognize triggers on its own and recover on its own.
Learn how to feel again.
And I felt like my feelings had been muted.
They were.
And so over the past couple of years, like I said, I've weaned myself down to very low dosage. And just about 2 months ago, I stopped taking it altogether, the medicine. And thank you.
What did you do in order to help you do that?
So I had to look for those holistic ways to give my body what the medicine is doing for me. So in my mornings, I have my morning meditation. I have my morning breathing. I do a morning walk each day. I get out in the sunshine. I put my feet on the ground so I can actually feel the earth. Mm-hmm. I commune with nature. I commune with those things that are healing, naturally healing for me.
So consistency, showing up for yourself, nature, sunshine, and breathing.
Yes. And diet. I have to say.
diet.
Natural diet. Yes, absolutely.
I'm afraid you're going to tell me I can't have the food that I like.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. In moderation.
Right. Well, the foods so I first looked up foods that were high in serotonin, and it just so happened to be all the foods I love: eggs, potatoes, cheese, all those good things.
Avocados.
Right, avocados. Oh my goodness.
Sunflower seeds.
Yes. So, of course, you want to balance nutrition.
Dark chocolate.
Oh, dark chocolate. Yes, my favorite.
Very good.
So wait, hang on a second. So serotonin is good or bad?
Good.
Well, serotonin is good as long as it's in balance.
Oh, right.
And I had an imbalance of my serotonin. I know, of my serotonin and norepinephrine. I wasn't the serotonin. I didn't have enough serotonin working for me. So in eating those foods versus taking medication that just kind of makes you a robot, I'm able to kind of, rejuvenate that part, that chemical within me, but naturally.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm overloading myself.
So I'm confused though, because serotonin is something I give my daughter for her to go to sleep. So how does I would be like, if indeed that is the case, then I must be overwhelmed with serotonin because I'm falling asleep when I sit down. Oh, so what am I doing wrong?
It could be different though. It could be that. So for me, because my serotonin was not in balance, that could happen to me and would happen to me often because all through my day, especially in the corporate world where I was for 30 years, all through my day, I'm having mini panic attacks.
Cortisol is going through your system,
exactly.
So you're out of whack. Also, right now, Will, and I'm experiencing this, and all of us are, we're getting bombarded with solar flares and all kinds of energies coming down right now. We're getting upgraded. So if you're feeling like an abnormal need to like nap a lot, just listen to it. There's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with you.
Listen to your body.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
So bad at naps, though. I'm so bad. I wake up all groggy and grouchy and blah.
So hard. You know what? I know a good hypnotherapist can help you with that.
Well, that's where I was going to next, Kat, because if someone's having these types of anxieties, hypnosis is a really great tool for something like this,
yes.
Right?
Yes, it is. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. And I use it myself. I don't just administer it. I practice it myself, both self-hypnosis and I have colleagues that I practice with, and we help each other out because Lord knows it's all hands on deck right now, isn't it? So hypnotherapy is an incredible resource to get back to center, to get rid of that extra baggage that's just, clinging to you because it's all sticky. But I would add to what Elle does, along with the hypnotherapy, I also journal. I write it out, write it out, and write it from the perspective of who I am now, not for when that awful thing happened 14 years ago, that kind of thing. Because, we're all processing a lot of traumas that we thought maybe we had dealt with, but life is a spiral. And now we're returning to things that we didn't have the bandwidth to deal with before. And now we have it. And that's where we're at. So if you're at a place where you're like, God, I thought I dealt with that. Well, not to the extent that you're going to now. So journaling it out is going to help tremendously with that.
Right. And that's a beautiful way of bringing it all full circle, just like you do on your show, because another way of journaling, some people say if you can't write it out, then just speak it into your phone or something like that, your phone memo. So getting it out is the important thing. And that is what you're doing on the show, is you are processing your own stuff to help others process theirs as well, along with you. So I salute you. Thank you so much for what you do. The show is live every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Right. And then it re-airs across the rest of the following week in different air times on the broadcaster on New Reality TV. And of course, all your back episodes are available on the on-demand platform. So you can go back and binge the Hippie Chicks and just get overloaded with hippiness. So guys, thank you so much for being on the show today. I love both of you, and I'm super grateful that you are part of our family.
Back at you, Will. Thank you so much for having us today.
That's the kind of work that we like to spotlight here, not because it has all the answers, but because it asks better questions and invites real engagement. Now, if this conversation sparks something for you, You can explore more of Kat and Elle's work on New Reality TV. And if you are someone who's curious about consciousness, growth, and where personal responsibility actually meets spiritual exploration, this is what we do here. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on New Reality Awakening.